Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. Opening day baseball on the show. It's the Arizona Diamondbacks going up against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. So the Arizona Diamondbacks find themselves as underdogs as the curtain rises on the season. Singy, what do you say in the clubhouse when a lot of folks are writing you off before the first pitch is even thrown? Now, Mark Cologne.
For the
Trying to pick up his first knock in the big leagues. That one finds the zone, and a new season is officially underway.
136.
There's a strike at the knees. So pitcher making his major league debut and getting the opening day start. Not something we see very often.
No kidding, Boog. And just look around the league here on opening day. You'll see a lot of proven aces getting the start. So they're hoping that that's what he can be for this organization. Someone who can start a bunch of opening days for them in the future as well.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. And that's the first strikeout of his major league career.
And it could be the first of many if he meets the goals he set for himself and the expectations others have for him. He doesn't want to just win games. He wants to dominate at this level.
Do you think young pitchers can sometimes get too caught up in trying to rack up Ks early in their career?
Boog, I think they can. It's kind of like a hitter that doesn't have power. The thrill is still hitting the ball over the fence. And so for a guy, even if he doesn't have power stuff or strikeout stuff, a strikeout is still something that makes him stick his chest out a little bit further.
And now 2-1.
One strike.
One out, base is empty. Swings through that.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. So a man aboard now with one away. Now up next for Arizona, Tom Hines. Looking for his first big league hit right here. And that's through there for a strike. 0-1.
0-1.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first two pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
0-2 now. Ground ball left side. There's one.
Out.
Double play. What a quick killing to end the inning. No runs, one hit, no errors, and no one left. And now the Pirates will get their first opportunity. No score. And we're back. Today's starting pitcher, Johnny Hernandez. And it's singing a special day for him. He's making his major league debut here.
And I'm sure he's got some nerves. He'll be excited for that first pitch to be in and over with so that he can settle in to pitching just like he did in the minor leagues. Exciting moment. He's got his family in town. I think this moment's going to be a huge tone setter for his career.
And that's outside. And now it's even 1-1. Swing and a ground ball. And that's just foul. Strike three. Got him looking on the changeup.
Well, I think that was just a case of a hitter quitting on a pitch. He was looking fastball and didn't see it out of the hand and just left the bat on his shoulder. That was a changeup right over the plate. Probably not the location he was looking for, but the change of speeds is what fooled him, and he got the out.
Luis Baez, the next to hit, takes ball one. And that's way high, and it's 2-0. Right through there for a strike. Lined into left center, and that should be extra bases. Around first and hustling for second. Not stopping. He's going for three. And he's got himself a triple.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
One down, runner at third. Parra digs in now. Just missed.
With a runner at third, this is who they want at the plate. He's so good at getting a run across in these situations.
Kicks and fires. And that one is lifted in the air. And that drops foul. One away with a runner at third here on opening day. Swing and a miss. Yeah, the count 1-2.
Well, he's realizing out there on the mound that he's got to settle in pretty quickly, or else he's going to get hit hard in this first inning.
And that one gets past the catcher. And the runner holds. Runner on at third, one gone. High fly ball out towards left field. And that's a foul ball. Little trouble with this one behind the plate. Runner stays put at third. Line drive. On to first. There for the out. Runner scores from third. So up next, Cole Tucker.
The shortstop, Cole Tucker.
And that misses. Ball one. Next offering is fouled back. 2 out, space is empty.
Ball two.
And that clips the inside corner.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. 2 outs. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. And it remains 2-2.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
And it's filled up.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
And foul ball. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. About to see the 11th pitch of the at-bat here. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The 3-2 is outside, and it's ball 4. That's a great at-bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk.
It's been a little bit of a shaky inning, but he's still in a good spot to get out of this thing without giving up any more runs. He's just got to turn the page and go after this next guy.
Stepping in, Isaiah Stockton. And first offering is fouled off. Now this one gets away from the catcher. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance. Laboring here. About to throw his 30th pitch of the inning. And there's a ball. Out to short. Oh, great stop. Over to first. It's there, and that's a great play.
This guy's anticipation is off the charts. Don't see many shortstops better than that. Great job to complete the play and end the inning.
Back here at PNC Park. And now we'll see one of the top prospects in baseball step in the box for his major league debut. Ernesto Lopes. Check swing, and he went. That's strike 1. Lopez, in his rookie season, he features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a curve, and he works in a sinker. Breaking ball through there for a strike.
Well, it looks like he's wanting to work the upper part of the strike zone. What does that mean? Top hand better be working for the hitters. Adjust that side a little bit. Give yourself a chance to hit.
And a swing and a miss. And there's one away.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Next to hit, Joe Brandom. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Just missed. Ed Drummond, our umpire behind the plate in this one.
Yeah, Boog, he's a really fair umpire, both the pitchers and the hitters. So standard strike zone, he's consistent with it. And the great thing is you don't see players question the calls too much. So that's a good thing in this day and age.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, that slider down and away, it's just kind of a slow death. With 2 strikes you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. I'll tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
Joe Brandom getting ready to hit. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. After an inning and a half. Back here in Pittsburgh, here's the left fielder, Joe Brandom.
Left fielder, number 35.
Hernandez back to work. Ball 1 there. Next offering is in for a strike.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
On the ground to third, and it goes just foul. And now it's 1-2. Fights it off. He'll see another.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
That one not close. And the count is even, 2-2. And that skips in the dirt. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Batting 7, right fielder,
Joe Brandom now at the plate. Drops a bunt down the first base side, and that's foul. And strike 2.
Yeah, you can see he just kind of stabbed at that one instead of just keeping his hands soft and absorbing the baseball with the bat.
Gets the bunt down the right side. Lopes handles, throws to first as the pitcher brings it in for the out, and the runner advances to second.
There was a time where that sac bunt was just ho-hum, very basic, but is increasingly difficult as it's become to get bunts down in the big leagues. Nice job right there.
And that one goes straight to the backstop. And no movement on the bases. It's ball one. Out to short. Dives, and he can't hang on. No throw, and he reaches safely. 2 on, 1 out. Randall will hit next. Corner infielders up on the grass expecting a bunt. Squares to bunt, but that rolls foul. Still in the second, already at 44 pitches, so some concern there. Puts a bunt down. Off balance feed, there's one. To first, not in time. Great effort there. So the lineup flips over. So next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Gabriel Vasquez.
And there's one thing on his mind this at bat, getting that first hit at the big league level.
And a curve misses outside. Runners on first and third, 2 away here in game 1 of 2 in the series. And that is out of play. The 1-1 is fouled off. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Good eye in that spot.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Hit on the ground to short. That's a base hit as a run scores. So he gets 2 milestones with that hit, his first big league knock, and he drives in his first run as well.
Yeah, you love to get both of those out of the way with just one swing of the bat, and it makes the special moment even more special. It's not just an individual accomplishment when you're...
And that'll keep more runs from coming in, inning over. But the RBI single pushes across a run, and it's 2-zip. On to the third inning. Here's the catcher, Joe Brandon.
Number 21.
Swing and a chopper out to short. Throws to first. 1 up, 1 down. Digging in, Joe Brandon. Outside low, and it's 1-0.
Counts 1-0.
Swing and a miss as he was out front.
1-1.
Next pitch misses inside, and that's ball 2. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. And there's 2 away.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop-up and an easy out for the defense.
And a swing and a miss there.
1-1.
Swing and a ball popped up. Tucker nabs it, and that'll do it. And the Diamondbacks down. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now, Kevin Parra. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. And that's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Cole Tucker. And that's down and away.
You know, these Pirates do a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way. And I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
Makes the catch for the out. 1 away.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Stockton batting for the second time, and that's strike one.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
And ball one. In the dirt. And a ball and 2 strikes. Good job to fight that one off. One and 2 now. Curve in the dirt, kicks away. And the runner stays where he is. Parra leads off first with 1 away. Next pitch is outside. Got him looking for the K. Fastball at the letters froze him for strike 3.
Oh, that's almost just not fair with that pitch. I mean, until the very last second. Looked like it was going to be well in off the plate, but the arm side run brought it right back to catch the inside corner. Tell you what, frustrating as a hitter, you give up on the pitch. I honestly don't know what you're supposed to do with that as a hitter other than just tip your cap as you walk back to the dugout.
Random, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike 1. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
That one missed. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That K is his 3rd of the game. So 1 left for Pittsburgh as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. And we're back. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Mark Cologne. Ground ball up the middle, and that one handled, and he'll be safe at first. Mark Cologne with his first major league hit, and this is a moment I'm sure he'll never forget. Congrats.
Yeah, great moment for him and his family. A guy works so hard and has to wait so long for this to happen. And when it does, it can kind of be overwhelming, Boog. You still have to stay locked in on the game, but it's great when you could take a minute to just appreciate what you've done and how hard you worked to get here.
Here's the second baseman. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Swing and a foul out of play.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
Ball.
In the dirt, blocked.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
The Pirates leading by 2 here on opening day. Grounder might be 2. There's 1 out. Relay to first, double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Now the third baseman, Tom Hines. To the right side. And that chance handled. Tosses to first. And he has thrown 4 shutout innings. 1 hit in the inning, but nothing more than that. On now. Back here at PNC Park, bottom 4 at the plate for Pittsburgh, Joe Random.
29.
That misses the zone, and that is ball 1.
One really cool moment I remember at PNC Park is the 2006 Home Run Derby during All-Star Weekend. David Ortiz and Ryan Howard each hit homers into the Allegheny River on the fly. Really awesome to watch.
Not close with that one. 2-1. Line drive. Base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Well, I'm not saying that play was easy, but it was harder than it needed to be thanks to the bad jump. Those small moments can be costly.
Up next for the Pirates, Joe Random. And a sac bunt here. Hernandez over to second, to first, double play. And it goes 1-6-3.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Joe Random digs in now. He's 0 for 1. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. High fly ball out towards left center. Random sizing this one up. Squeezes it. And that is that. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters are performed up to this point.
First baseman, number 23.
Lopez back to work. It's in and out of his glove. Still manages a throw. Too late, and the runner is safe, and the misplay costs him.
Leadoff man aboard on the error, and that puts your pitcher in a little bit of a tough spot right away to start the inning. Not where you want to be. So we'll see if he's able to work around it and pick the defense up.
Trying to move him over here. Wide throw, and it gets away. Doesn't get too far away, so no one moves up.
Sometimes you can get a little too aggressive trying to cut off that lead run and try to make something happen that really isn't there. Got to take that sure out at first base. Not sure what happened right there in terms of communication.
And now Joe Random, strike 1.
Well, they're willing to give up and out here. This is a big spot, so you have to make it count.
And he lays one down the left side. Stockton in plenty of time to first. The runners move up on the sacrifice.
We don't see this very often anymore. Runner on first and second, sack bunt down to move him up, but he does a nice job, executes perfectly. See if they can get a couple of runs across.
Next up for the Diamondbacks, Joe Random. Golden opportunity right here. That's in there. And that is strike 1.
Well, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
And a strike. Got him. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
Well, even if you don't feel great about it, you've got to swing the bat with 2 strikes in this situation. You've got the tying run out there in scoring position. Just put the ball in play. Maybe something good will happen. It just didn't look like he understood the situation.
Next to hit, Joe Random. 0 for 1, popped out foul to the catcher his first time up. Right through there for a strike. 2 on, 2 outs. Up the middle, Tucker throws to first in time, and that is the inning. Diamondbacks strand a pair, and they're back here in Pittsburgh, bottom of the inning, and now the Pirates leadoff man, Gabriel Vasquez. And the first offering a fastball for a strike. Action in the pen down there. Michael Rucker getting loose out there. Random also throwing. And that's in there for a strike, and quickly 0-2. That's down and in.
1 ball, 2 strikes, the count.
And foul ball. On the ground to third, and that's just foul. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Now the Diamondbacks manager is out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Johnny Hernandez done for the day, and they trail as he exits, but he kept them close. A new arm will be on the mound after the break. Michael Rucker gets the call from the pen. So a man at first, and here's the catcher, Kevin Parra. Tries to check his swing, but he makes contact. 1 at second, over to first. That's 2. Nicely done. 1-6-3, and that will end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. We're through 5. It's the Pirates 2, and the Diamondbacks nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. All set for the start of the inning. And now the right fielder, Joe Brandom. That one fouled off.
You know, these D-backs just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Fought off foul. Got him swinging. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
Not too often you're going to see a sub-90-mile-per-hour fastball get by a hitter for a strikeout, especially when it's in a very hittable location like that. Makes me think he was either looking for something else completely or he tried to do way too much with that swing.
Cologne up for the 3rd time here. Watches that one miss.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
Base is empty, 1 away here on opening day. 2 balls, no strikes to count.
The rest of the lineup could learn a thing or two from this at bat right here. He's been patient, and now he's in the driver's seat with a 2-0 count.
Next offering is in for a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And that's outside.
Oh, they have had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center. And an automatic double as it hops the fence.
The automatic double kind of feels like enjoying cruise control in your car, Boog. You don't need to keep the pedal down as you cruise into second base. Just no worries in the world. You know what? He put a really good swing on that one.
Now it's going to be number 22.
Ball.
In the dirt. Man at second. And another ball. Just missed. With the tying run at the plate, and we're the top half of the 6th. That one finds the zone, and the count is 3-1. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Random makes the grab, and there's 2 down.
Now batting, number 38.
Next to hit for Arizona, Tom Hines. 0 for 2 in this one. That to right. Reaches, but can't make the grab. Run comes in from second, and it's an RBI single, and it's a 1-run game. So he gets 2 milestones with that hit, his first big league knock, and he drives in his first run as well.
Yeah, you love to get both of those out of the way with just one swing of the bat, and it makes the special moment even more special. It's not just an individual accomplishment when you're also driving in a run for your team. That's an at-bat he's never going to forget.
Runner at first with 2 away. Ernesto Lopes stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Pickoff throw. That's outside.
Nope, outside.
1-0.
Go with the tie and run at first base. He's looking for something he can get a lot of barrel on. Drive it into a gap and score that run from first base.
Hines, the runner at first with 2 gone. Lifted in the air, right center field. And this one looks like trouble. Headed for the plate. He scores to tie it up.
Now batting, number 16.
So he gets 2 milestones with that hit, his first big league knock, and he drives in his first run as well.
Yeah, you love to get both of those out of the way with just one swing of the bat, and it makes the special moment even more special. It's not just an individual accomplishment when you're also driving in a run for your team. That's an at-bat he's never going to forget.
Go ahead run on base. Random the next to hit. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike 1.
Ball game is still tied. They can get out of this inning with a tie game.
0-1.
Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Touki Toussaint, the right-handed sinker baller. He looks to be readying himself. Number 47 also getting ready. Swing and a miss.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
That one off the mark. 2-2. Runner at second. 2 down. Up the middle. Tucker. Tosses to first. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. And we're back. And the batter now. Welcome back. Here's a look at this team's early season projection.
Number 10.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Well, I'm impressed with that challenge pitch right there. Even with this slim lead, this guy's not afraid to go right after these hitters.
This one popped up. Random. Brings it in. And there's 1 down. Okay, Singy, I think we can say it's been a successful Major League debut for him on the mound. He's giving this organization and its fans some reasons to be excited about what he can do at this level.
I think so too, Boog. It's always such a good feeling to see someone attack a new challenge and do well at it. And that's what we're witnessing today. It's a brand new environment, and he's finding a way to succeed. He'll be humbled sooner or later, so that's going to come. But I've really liked what I've seen from him in this one. I think he belongs here.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Now batting.
Here's the
Number
center fielder,
18.
Joe Brandon. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Holding on to a one-run lead here in the top half of inning number 7. And there's the strike.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout. You can tell by their swings, this lineup is having trouble gauging speeds. Timing is everything in hitting, and right now they just don't have it.
Sends it to first, and Arizona is set down 1-2-3. Diamondback.
Pitching for
We're
Arizona.
back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom.
Ball 4, take the base.
Now pitching for the Pirates.
Back to the top of the order now. Mark Cologne stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Not
Count
even
1-0.
close there. And that's ball one. With the tying run on at first, and we're in the top of the 8th. Ground ball could be 2. Over to Tucker, it's 1. And that's 2.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Down to number 2. On to the bottom of the
Number 24.
pitch misses. Ball 1. Nunez, a 6'3" righty, just 19 years old. And he was a 3rd-round
That's
pick
ball 2.
back in 2025.
2 balls, no strikes.
In for a strike, and it's 2-1 now. Just missed. Swings and misses. And the count's full.
The count's full.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Man at first, nobody out. And here is Kevin Parra. Nunez checks over to first, and he's back. Pulls that one foul. Baez gets his lead at first, nobody out. And that's in for a strike.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Off the catcher and rolls away. And now a man into scoring position.
Nope.
This one kicks away a little as he can't squeeze it. Runner holds tight as the count moves to 2-2. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Coming home. He will score. So here's the cleanup hitter, Cole Tucker. And there's a strike on the outside corner. One on, nobody out, a run in. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Pitch misses, 1-1. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Random on the move to the gap. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. And there's one down. Here's the third baseman,
Now
Isaiah
batting,
Stockton.
number 36.
First
No,
pitch misses.
inside.
Man at first, one away. In the dirt, it gets to the backstop. Runner stays where he is, but the count moves to 2-0. Next offering is in for a strike. And that one gets past the catcher. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance. One out and a runner at second. High fly ball out to left field. Random. And there's two down. And now Joe
batting,
Random.
number
A
35.
walk and a pair of strikeouts. Check swing on the first pitch. Appeal down to first. And he went around, according to Clyde Washington. Man on second, two down. And that's in for a strike. And it's 0-2. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. So a run on one hit, no errors, and a man left.
Now pitching
Welcome
for the
back. And
Pirates.
here comes the closer, Blair
Number
Strong.
39.
A chance at his first save of the year. In the air out to center. And it drops in. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been
Now
called a
batting,
strike, but
number
he
23.
did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
At the plate, Ernesto Lopes. With the tying run at the plate, here at the top of the ninth. And that's
Ball,
off
that's
the
inside.
inside edge. And the count even 1-1. That one hit the knees for a strike.
With two strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
That one
That's
outside. And that's ball two.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
Makes the grab, one away.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Puts a bunt down. Random. And that's an out on the sacrifice.
Well, just doing his part right there, trying to move that runner in a scoring position. Got it down successfully.
Number 10.
Now we'll see if they can drive him in from second.
Diamondbacks down to their final out. Joe Random getting ready to hit. And that one hit to first. And it goes just foul. And that drops in for a strike.
Dangerous spot for that slider right there. Didn't seem to quite finish out front and get that sharp break. Tell you what, he doesn't want to throw that pitch again.
Gets under it and pops it up. Stopped it. Moving under this one. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Pirates take the season opener and move to 1-0. And your final 4-2. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show. Okay, Singy, we get to see the best hitter in the league in this one.
Yeah, one of the toughest outs in baseball.
It's the Arizona Diamondbacks going up against the Pittsburgh Pirates. About to get started here, and our pitcher in this game, Billy Romberg. And he comes in off a really nice season on the hill, Chris.
An ERA in the low twos last year. So consistent, so dependable. Talk about a skipper who's got a guy like that that's going to go out there and not just keep them in the ball game, but really give them an opportunity to win a ball game, even if it's a low-scoring day for the offense.
Tom Hines now at the plate. In there, and it's 0-1.
Looks like he sacrificed a pitch right down the middle for tracking and timing. Some good hitters will do that.
He swings and fouls one off. Next offering upstairs.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading the count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
And a breaking ball misses outside. 2 out, space is empty. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Nothing doing for Arizona. And now the Pirates will take their turn in a scoreless ball game. Back after this on the show. Back here at PNC Park. Starting on the mound in this one, Dave Brandon. Chris, what are you looking for?
You're out.
One gone, runner at first. So next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Kevin Parra. Yeah, that's fouled off. Man at first, one away. Brandon throws over.
Yep,
Vasquez back on a dive. The 1-1 is fouled off. And a ball evens the count.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
Full count.
One out and a runner at second here in the second and final game of the series. On the ground to third, Hines throws to first in time. We take a check of the Pirates lineup put together by manager Derek Shelton. We could be in. New inning getting started. Here's the cleanup hitter for the Diamondbacks, Ernesto Lopes. Right through there for a strike. Bromberg, only 20 years old, and he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2025. Foul ball, still 0-2. In the air, right side of the infield. Random sizes this one up and makes the grab. And there's one down.
Three. Ball 4. Take your base. Three. First base. Three.
Kevin Parra, the next Pirate to hit. Grounded out his first time. That's to third. Fair ball. Can't glove it cleanly. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Nice job keeping it fair as he turned on it down the line. And once it got through the infield, it was a double all the way.
Cole
Ball 4. Take the base.
And welcome back to the ballpark. On to the 4th. Now the third baseman, Tom Hines. Base hit, left center field. And the leadoff man aboard.
Dominant performance for him today, Boog. Just 2 hits allowed so far. No runs across either. And he's had an answer for just about.
Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
You don't usually see teams try to claw back into games by being aggressive on the base pass like this, but it's still early in this one. This kind of tells me they're going to try to tackle this one 1 run at a time instead of waiting back for a big 3-run homer.
The 0-1. Just missed.
Just missed with that backdoor breaking ball. If he gets a swing and miss or called strike, 0-2 count. Instead, it's 1-1. Look for him to go back to that pitch later in this at bat.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Top half of inning number 4. On the ground. Tosses across the first. That's the first out in the top of the 4th.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him.
Three. Ball 4. Take your base. Three. You're out. Three. You're out.
we're back. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. Here's the Diamondbacks leadoff hitter, Mark Colon. And the first offering a fastball for a strike. We haven't seen a break in the weather, and the umpires might be forced to make a decision soon.
Yeah, I think so, Boog. I mean, everyone looking and wondering when they're going to stop play. It definitely feels close.
Next offering upstairs.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
And that's in the dirt. Swung on, belted. That one hops against the fence. Safe at second with a leadoff double.
Everything came together for him. I
Now
love the
batting,
approach he
number
had right
22.
there with that pitch. Not trying to do too much, but still looking to drive it, and that's exactly what he's able to do into the opposite.
One out, runner at second. Hines will hit next. 1 for 2. And that's outside. One out and a runner at second, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Fastball for a strike at 95. The 1-1 is cut on and missed to the pitch upstairs.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Gets a piece and stays alive.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
Well, he's been racking up the strikeouts, and what's so
Now
impressive,
batting,
not
number
walking
23.
anyone. I mean, this guy's just going right after hitters, filling up the strike zone, and it looks like hitters, they're trying to think with him, but they just are a pitch behind. Dominating stuff out there on the mound.
Lopes in the box for the 3rd time today as he takes that one off the plate. Next offering in there for a strike. And the count 1-1. Right through there for a strike.
Well, this guy on the mound's done a lot better than we would have expected, and the hitters just don't seem to have the right game plan. They're taking too many mistake pitches for called strikes.
On the inside corner for called strike 3. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. It's the Pirates 5 and the Diamondbacks. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. So a runner at third, 2 outs. Parra, the next to hit. That
Ball
is
1.
upstairs for ball 1.
1-0.
Two outs. And that one misses up and in. And the count is 2-0. And
Ball
another
3.
ball. Next offering is in for a strike. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
You get a walk, and you get a walk.
One down, and the batter will be the shortstop, Mark Colon. 1 for 3. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
Notice how they're swinging too early or too late. That's a timing problem. They need to guess right on a few of those pitches, and I mean make an educated guess.
Out to short. Throws to first in time.
This pitcher's done a good job of disrupting the hitters.
You're out.
It's a bit of a blowout now, which gives us a bit more freedom here in the booth.
I'm not sure that's a good thing.
All right, Singy, when you played, how much of a fashionista were you? Would you come to the ballpark dressed to the nines?
No, I wouldn't. Even on the road trips, I was, pretty average. There were some guys that would dial it up, and there'd be some outfits where you're kind of double taking and saying, where in the world are you going? But overall, I'd say I kept it low key. This lefty matchup thing's not going so
Now
well.
batting, number 23.
So a man aboard. Ernesto Lopes stands in now for the Diamondbacks. A little bit high, and it's 1-0. Yeah, you see some guys into the fashion nowadays, and big on the gram, as the kids like to say. Post their fits, right? That's what you say.
Is that what it is?
It's a fit. Your fit, your outfit, your fit.
Got a little drip around the neck too.
Yeah, believe it. Scale of 1 to 10. How old do we sound right now?
Really old, like close to Social Security benefits.
Yeah.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
And it's fouled away.
I mean, his pitch efficiency, ability to get ahead in the count, at times pitch to contact, let the defense work behind him. That's why he's still in the game here in the 9th inning.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he
Now
saw it
batting,
really well.
number
It's a
19.
really nice plate appearance.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Billy Bromberg done for the afternoon, and he was excellent. Really controlled this game on the mound, and we'll have a new arm for you in a minute.
Now pitching
Joe
for the
Brandon
Pirates.
will take over here on for
Number
his major
34.
league debut, and a moment he will never forget.
Better believe that. It's always so special the first time you get into a big league ball game. I did it as a position player, but for him as a pitcher, I'm sure there's some nerves there. Probably don't want to squeeze the baseball too tight. Just relax and do what you're capable of doing.
Rips one to right. That's a base hit. Coming home. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single. It's 6-1. So runner.
These two-game series have a different feel. There's kind of an urgency. So to come in and take both games, sweep the series.
And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. Opening day baseball on the show. It's the Chicago Cubs taking on the Baltimore Orioles. Joined by my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. So the Chicago Cubs find themselves as underdogs as the curtain rises on the season. Singy, what do you say in the clubhouse when a lot of folks are writing you off before the first pitch is even thrown?
You say forget all that, Boog. Block out the noise because the season is decided on the field, okay? So there's still talent on this roster, and if one or two players have big years, they could be right in the thick of the race.
That's a good point, Chris. Seems like every year we see at least one team unexpectedly make a run, and maybe this season they could be that team.
And now,
the crowd is amped up, ready to get this season underway, as are we. Back with more in a minute.
Baltimore Orioles.
Ready to go, and here. Here's the rookie center fielder, Carlos Feliz, trying to pick up his first knock in the big leagues. Fastball for a strike. And we're off and running in a brand new season. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Paz makes the grab, one down. Here's a look at the Cubs lineup. And Singy, I'm a bit surprised to see this many righties in a lineup against a right-hander.
Yeah, you're not the only one, Boog. I'm a bit surprised as well. And, you know, some hitters work well against same-handed pitching. You know, just back in 2024, Bobby Witt Jr., Vlad Guerrero Jr., and Aaron Judge all had higher batting averages against righties than they did against lefties. So maybe they got a plan after all.
Swings through that one.
Then he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Pitch misses there, and the count is 1-2. Breaking ball misses down and away. One out, base is empty. To the right side, Hinojosa. Quick start to this afternoon's action. 2 gone. So 2 down now, and here is Howard Turner looking for his first big league hit right here. Check swing, called strike.
0-1's the count.
Comes up empty.
Well, he just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
2 outs, base is empty. Foul ball, it stays 0-2. 2 down, nobody on. Swing and a high fly ball left field. And puts the squeeze on that one. And that is that. We'll go to the bottom of the first. Back here in Baltimore, today's starting pitcher, Phil Horvath.
There's always a bit of a learning curve for rookie pitchers. You've got to get familiar with these big league hitters, and it's more of a chess match. But I think this kid's got good stuff and the potential to be great.
Bottom of the first. Now it's the shortstop, Jared Ono. Just off the outside edge. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. So a pitcher making his major league debut and getting the opening day start. Not something we see very often.
No kidding, Boog. And just look around the league here on opening day. You'll see a lot of proven aces getting the start. So they're hoping that that's what he can be for this organization. Someone who can start a bunch of opening days for them in the future as well.
And there's a foul ball. On the ground to the left. Fair ball.
Batting second, right fielder.
And now it's going to be Ben Gelman. Swing and a miss.
0-1.
That missed by a lot, and it's 1-1. This to third. Off balance feed. There's one. To first, not in time. Great effort there. And now we'll see one of the top prospects in baseball step in the box for her major league debut. Leo Feliz. Going on.
Man, I mean,
Nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
All one.
So now 1-2.
That fastball, even though it's up, that's the velocity you want to go after. Low 90s, a lot better than trying to hit the high 90s.
On the ground, 2-ball. And it'll be first and third now after that miscue. And now a wide throw to third.
Well, opening day is an exciting one for everyone on the field, but there's some nerves involved. And if you haven't had a chance to settle into the season quite yet, the quality of play can sometimes be just a little sloppy. And I'm sure making an error right out of the gates isn't the best feeling to start the year. He's got to turn the page quickly.
Richard Chu, the next to hit, takes low for a ball. Late on that fastball.
I think he was sitting off speed there. The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot. Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Back up the... Oh, that got him! The run scores from third to first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe. A run comes in the play. So he gets 2 milestones with that hit, his first big league knock, and he drives in his first run as well.
Yeah, you love to get both of those out of the way with just one swing of the bat, and it makes the special moment even more special. It's not just an individual accomplishment when you're also driving in a run for your team. That's an at-bat he's never going to forget.
Richard Paz, the next to hit for the Orioles. Slider squirts away. And the runners will move up. Traffic on the bases with one already in here on opening day.
He's got a base open, so the pressure to come in and really attack this hitter, not as great as it would be if the bags were sacked.
Next offering is in for a strike. There's the strike. Second and third, one away. Here in game one of this 3-game set. And now the count filled up 3-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Out there to center. Base hit. 1 run is in. Another scores. 2 runs in on the play, and they lead by 3.
We don't see this a whole lot anymore where hitters with 2 strikes are willing to shorten up, tighten up, and try to hit the ball back up the middle other way. He was trying to hit that hole, I believe. Very good at bat with 2 strikes.
Now here is C.J. Hinojosa in there for strike 1.
0-1.
Into the outfield, base hit. And now 2 aboard.
That's now 3 hits in a row for the offense. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
And now here is Christopher Kennedy.
Well, he's just given up 3 straight hits, and now behind in this count to this hitter. Might be a good time for somebody to call a timeout. Maybe the pitching coach go out there and talk to him just a little bit.
2 on, 1 out. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2. Get out of this.
The 1-1. Just missed.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Runners at first and second with one gone. Got him looking. That's out number 2. And that's the first strikeout of his major league career.
And it could be the first of many if he meets the goals he set for himself and the expectations others have for him. He doesn't want to just win games. He wants to dominate at this level.
Do you think young pitchers could sometimes get too caught up in trying to rack up Ks early in their career?
Boog, I think they can. It's kind of like a hitter that doesn't have power. The thrill is still hitting.
Oh, now this one gets away at the plate. To third, tag, got him. They limit the damage here. 3 runs for him here, and they move ahead. Second inning coming up. Back now at Oriole Park. Now the left fielder, Eric Fraser.
Number 47.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across. This is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
That one hit to right. Gelman makes the grab, one away. Next is the designated hitter, Grant Rolls.
Number 12.
Rolls in his rookie season, 28 years old. He joined the team as a free agent. In the air, right field, and that's a foul ball. And that's in for a strike. Swing and a miss. That's the first sinker we've seen today, and it was effective. 2 outs, base is empty. Joe Brandom, the next Cub to hit. There's your strike.
0-1's the count.
Just missed. Swing and a pop-up. Phillies. Drops into the glove, and that's the 3rd out. Bottom half of inning number 2, and into the box for Baltimore, Colin Moore.
49.
Horvath back to work. Pop foul out of play off to the right.
Inside ball.
Singy wasn't very sharp in the first, got hit around a little bit, just wasn't able to locate particularly well. A lot of stuff at the fat part of the plate.
Yeah, Boog, he wasn't fooling anyone. It's a tough place to be because it's not always obvious what adjustments need to be made. Sometimes it's location, sometimes it's being too predictable. Sometimes you're tipping your pitches. He's going to need to figure it out quickly, though.
That misses. Ball 3.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Got him swinging.
Batting 9.
So digging in, Joe Brandom.
Number 12.
And that one lifted in the air, center field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 2-way down. Jared
53.
Ono, the next to hit for the Orioles. 1 for 1. He led off the bottom of the first with a single. Fastball for a strike.
The strong second inning is a confidence builder for him, a relief for his manager. Doesn't have to get into that bullpen quite as early.
And there's a strike.
He doesn't seem to like to pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
That one's upstairs, ball 1.
I don't like to say he wasted a pitch. I think that was a purpose pitch. Change the eye level, have him look up. Now go back exactly where you want to go.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles, but they lead it 3-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. On to the third inning. And now
catcher,
Joe
number
Brando.
29.
Up and in, and that's ball 1. That clips the corner. Just missed.
That's the ball.
And misses inside. Swing and a miss. 3-2 now.
Full count.
And they'll do it again. And there's ball 4. And that's their first base runner of the game.
Batting 8th, third baseman,
Joe
number
Brando
25.
now at the plate. Lays down a bunt to the right side. There's one. Back to the pitcher, covering in time. It's a double play.
The 3-6-1 double play, in my opinion, is one of the toughest plays to make. You've got a pitcher covering first, and the middle infielder throwing to a moving target. Everything has to be perfect, and right there, they made it look pretty easy.
So up next, Joe Brando. And first offering is fouled off. In the air, right side. Gelman makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Set for the bottom of the third. Now it's the right fielder, Ben Gelman.
Number 10.
Edge of the zone for a strike. It's 0-1. Right through there for a strike.
Quickly into an 0-2 count. Both pitches were down in the zone. I think you set your sights a little bit higher because you'll have a tendency to chase if you look down in that area.
Swing and a miss, and he got
Now
him.
batting,
Making 4
number
strikeouts for
23.
him on the bump today. Now here is Leo Feliz.
And there's one thing on his mind this at bat, getting that first hit at the big league level.
And that drops in for a strike. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Turner brings it in with a nice running grab.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but
Now
so hard to get on
batting,
top of as a hitter.
Number 29.
2 down, base is empty. Now it's the DH, Richard Chu. High fly ball lifted in the air, right field. Rivera makes the grab on the run. So they go quietly there. 3 innings. And we're back. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Carlos Feliz. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Chris, you played here in 2002. What are the memories that stand out as to being a member of the Baltimore Orioles?
For me, it was just pulling into the parking lot and having those that were there with an encouraging smile or a pat on the back, regardless of how things were going. It made it a lot easier to come to the ballpark, whether you were doing well or you were struggling. And then the way that they treated your family. I mean, this is a great place to play, and I'd say it's got to be one of the top places in all of baseball.
And you had a cameo in the movie Moneyball as an Orioles player in a highlight clip. Very high with that one.
Strikes.
And the count is 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. One away.
Oh, nothing too fancy on the strikeout pitch right there. Just a low 90s fastball, and I'm not sure he was trying to challenge him, but that's pretty much what happened. Very hittable location, but he found a way to just get it by him.
Rivera stands in now and watches strike one. Base is empty, one away here on opening day. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Tasked with 1, 2, and 3 to start this inning, but no trouble so far. I'm sure he'd love to strike out the side here. Make a little statement, but you got to be composed in this spot. Focus on getting this next guy. You got 2 good outs. Want to get the third one and avoid the middle of that lineup coming up with a base runner. Could become dangerous.
Gelman puts it away, and that'll do it. Back here in Baltimore, and now the catcher comes up to hit. Richard Paz. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
You know, these Orioles showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. It's not just the 3 runs they've already scored. On top of that, they forced this starter to throw more pitches than he wanted to at this point of the game.
And a fastball misses outside for a ball. 2-1.
3 balls, 1 strike.
And it's strike 2.
And that pitch count is impactful because if they can keep making him work hard out there, it may force the bullpen to get involved a little sooner rather than later.
That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
Now batting, second baseman.
Man at first.
CJ
And next for the Orioles, CJ Hinojosa. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Ball one there.
Ball 1.
Runner at first with no outs here. Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Next offering way upstairs. Oh, right to the backstop. Paz into scoring position on the wild pitch, and there goes the double play possibility. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
He's making things difficult for himself right now out there on the mound, but you know his confidence should still be high enough to get out of this, but he's going to have to buckle down right here.
Now he can't squeeze it behind the plate. Movement in the bullpen. Adam Cunningham preparing to come on if needed. Random getting cranked up as well.
That's a ball.
2 walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there. Like he can find the right mechanics and then repeat them.
Liner, base hit. Headed for the plate. Now a long throw home. It's offline. The run comes in, and they lead by 4. So he gets 2 milestones with that hit, his first big league knock, and he drives in his first run as well.
Yeah, you love to get both of those out of the way with just one swing of the bat, and it makes the special moment even more special. It's not just an individual accomplishment when you're also driving in a run for your team. That's an at-bat he's never going to forget.
Here comes Craig Counsell, and we're going to see a pitching change. Phil Horvath will depart, and he's not going to be happy with himself. New pitcher on the mound in a moment.
Now pitching for the
New
Chicago
pitcher in the
Cubs.
game for the Cubs, Gene
Number
Wilder.
32.
Well, they didn't get much length out of their starter in this one, so
Eric Fraser digs in now. Flied to right his first time. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. Fraser measures 5 feet 10 inches, 23 years old, and he's a former Silver Slugger recipient in the National League.
he's been pitching well, but we'll see what kind of adjustment the hitters make this second time through the order. We'll know if he's got really good stuff in this one or
Well,
not.
that's off the plate.
Just misses. 1-2 to count.
Close pitch there, and he's kind of wondering where it missed. You know, getting a feel for each umpire's strike zone is something that pitchers and hitters really have to think about and work on from game to game, and sometimes from at bat to at bat.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Catcher has it, fires to first. In time to get him, one away in the strikeout.
Now batting, number 12.
And next is the designated hitter, Grant Rolls. That's a strike. The
0-1 is
Cubs
count.
hitless so far in the game. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Another 0-2 count right here. Pitcher just in the driver's seat. He can go anywhere he wants to go right here.
That
One
one
ball,
not
2
close.
strikes.
Going to count 1-2. Stays alive. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Swings and misses, struck him out. 2 outs, base is empty. And next for the Cubs, Joe Brandom. He popped out his first time. In the air, left field, down the line, and a foul ball. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Now this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. And the Cubs are down in order. Still looking at that 5-0 deficit. Back now at Oriole Park. We head to the bottom of the 5th. And now the right fielder, Ben Gelman. Base is empty, 1 away. So next to hit for Baltimore, Leo Feliz. And that's outside. 1-0. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Feliz pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
Now batting, number 29.
So now the DH spot, Richard Chu. Fastball for a strike. And a foul ball. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. On to first. In time, the 2-3 strikeout ends the inning. Nothing doing here this half. 5 innings complete. It's the Orioles 5 and the Cubs nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the catcher, Joe Brando. Williamson back to work. That just misses. Ball 1. And he dodges that fastball.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Swing and a pop-up. And there's one away.
Now batting, number 25.
So up now for Chicago, Joe Brando. He's 0 for 1. That one finds the zone. Strike 1. The Orioles leading by 5 here on opening day. Next offering upstairs. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, number 18.
2 down, base is empty. Joe Brando, the next Cub to hit. And first offering is fouled off. A little out front there as he swings through it. 2 down, nobody on. And we're the top half of the 6th. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Oh, and 2 now. That one the other way. And foul ball. That one just misses, and the count 1 and 2. On the ground, right side, Hinojosa. The throw to first. That ends the frame. So he's through 6 no-hit innings now. It's the Orioles 5 and the Cubs. And we're back. Christopher Kennedy, the next to hit.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
And he swings and misses at the initial offering.
Just a bit tardy there. Not sure if he had a hard time picking it up out of the hand or if he was sitting off speed.
And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Misses off the inside, and it's 1 and 2. That one missing inside. On the ground to first, Turner. Now 2 away as they get a run across. Colin Moore. Welcome back. Here's a look at this team's early season projection.
Number 13.
That's outside, and that's ball 1.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead. At this point, got to attack hitters even if you give up a solo shot.
Hit in the air, left field. Moore on the move. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one away.
Number 30.
And up next for Chicago, Pedro Rivera. 0 for 2 in this one. In there for a strike at the top of the zone.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located here.
On the ground, right side. And that's just foul. That one misses. And the count 1-2. See ya. Strikes him out for the second time today. Chris, third time through the order, and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, he's been very frugal today. Economical with the pitch count.
And next for the Cubs, Howard Turner. Right through there for a strike.
0-1.
Swing and a high fly ball to left. Moore under this one. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. Well, this game isn't very. So digging in, Leo Feliz. 0 for 3 in this one. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. Brings it in. Runner tags at second. And the throw's offline. Safe at third.
Now batting.
And here
Number
is
29.
Richard Chu. And that's through there for a strike.
Really good job in this spot to get ahead in the count. He's going to have to finish off this hitter.
This one gets away as he can't handle it behind the plate. And he'll move up to second, no problem. Should be a pass ball, and that takes away the double play. Next pitch off the plate. It's a ball and 2 strikes. He goes down looking. Richard. Back now at Oriole Park. We go to the 8th. Here's the left fielder, Eric Fraser. Swinging a foul straight back.
Ball.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. In the air to left center. Moore. Tracks it down for the out. And he's now just 5 outs away. He's got a real shot at this thing.
Yeah, Boog, he is rolling just in one of those grooves where he looks pretty unbeatable today.
Rolls. Batting with 1 down. Takes the strike. That one drifts inside. Hit on the ground to short. Fires over to first. 2 away. So just 4 more outs to get through. And the tension is building in the ballpark right now.
Yeah.
We can feel it in the booth. He's got these hitters locked up.
This to center field. In there, base hit. And the bid for history is gone.
So close, but there goes the no-no with 2 outs in the 8th. And I'm sure he's going to want that last pitch back and think about what might have been. But you know what? He's really been amazing in this one. Total control from the first batter on.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Kenneth Williamson departs, and he was a tough nut to crack. Pretty stingy from start to finish. Back with the new arm after a quick break.
Now pitching
Bernardo Casillas takes over on the mound.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
Here's the catcher to hit, Joe Brandom. And first offering is fouled off. Random off of first with 2 away. Casillas, just 21 years old, and he was a 6th-round draft pick back in 2025. Movement in the Orioles bullpen, Charles Hayes, the left-hander, up and throwing. There's a 1-1. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that one is in the dirt. Ball 2. And there's a ball.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Two outs. Swing and a miss, struck him out. One left for the Cubs. Ready for the bottom.
3.
So 1 out, nobody on. Christopher Kennedy getting ready to hit. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into right field. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Colin Moore. Now, Carlos.
Ball 4, take the base.
So up next, Howard Turner. 0 for 3 with 3 flyouts. Swings through that one for strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Laser could be trouble coming home. 1 run across coming home. He'll score. 2 runs are in. Howard Turner with his first major league hit, and this is a moment I'm sure he'll never forget. Congrats.
Yeah, great moment for him and his family. A guy works so hard and has to wait so long for this to happen, and when it does, it can kind of be overwhelming, Boog. You still have to stay locked in on the game, but it's great when you could take a minute to just appreciate what you've done and how hard you've worked to get here.
Now the Orioles manager is out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Bernardo.
Now pitching
Charles
for the Orioles.
Hayes on to final 6-2 as the Orioles. Welcome in, baseball fans, and here in New York, opening day baseball on the show. It's the Tampa Bay Rays going up against the New York Yankees. With Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. So the Tampa Bay Rays, with major expectations, they're among the favorites this season. Chris, they'd love to build on that postseason appearance from last year. Do you think it can be a springboard for them?
I do, Boog, because these guys have already got the building blocks in place, and you make the postseason, you know you've got a shot at the title. So the experience will definitely help them this time around. But it's a long season, and they're going to have to do the...
All right, ready to go here.
Leading off
Digging
the
in is this... Switch-hitting outfielder Jim Langston, trying to pick up his first knock in the big leagues. Popped up. He hauls it in, and there's one away. All right, let's take a look at the Rays lineup. Singy, we're looking at a young lineup here. Not much experience, but they're going to bring a lot of energy to the field.
Yeah, and that's just it, Boog. We expect this lineup to play hard no matter what. They are an exciting group to watch.
Looking for his first big league hit right here. That one finds the zone. Strike one. So a pitcher making his major league debut and getting the opening day start. Not something we see very often.
No kidding, Boog. And just look around the league here on opening day. You'll see a lot of proven aces getting the start. So they're hoping that that's what he can be for this organization. Someone who can start a bunch of opening days for them in the future as well.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. And that's the first strikeout of his major league career.
And it could be the first of many if he meets the goals he set for himself and the expectations others have for him. He doesn't want to just win games. He wants to dominate at this level.
Do you think young pitchers can sometimes get too caught up in trying to rack up Ks early in their career?
Boog, I think they can. It's kind of like a hitter that doesn't have power. The thrill is still hitting a ball over the fence. And so for a guy, even if he doesn't have power stuff or strikeout stuff, a strikeout is still something that makes him stick his chest out a little bit further.
Check swing, called strike. 2 outs, base is empty. Popped up. Hayden makes the catch, and that is that. Rays held in check here, and now the Yankees will see what they can do. No score. Back for more from the Bronx. And on the hill today, Daniel Batista. And singing a special day for him. He's making his major league debut here.
And I'm sure he's got some nerves. He'll be excited for that first pitch to be in and over with so that he can settle in to pitching just like he did in the minor leagues. Exciting moment. He's got his family in town. I think this moment's going to be a huge tone setter for his career.
And time now to check out the New York Yankees lineup. It's Singy against the southpaw on the mound. The skipper's loaded this lineup with righty bats.
Certainly following the conventional wisdom here, Boog. That extra split second can make a big difference for a hitter. So these righty batters will need to take advantage and make this tactical move pay off.
One down, base is empty. Hit in the air, center field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's two down.
The first baseman,
DeAndre Averill, stepping in now for the Yankees. And first offering is fouled off. And a strike on the outside edge. And ball one.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. Don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Santos coming in on it, pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And the inning scoreless after one. Second inning set to go. Now the batter now, Ben Santo. Miniak back to work. Santo in his rookie season batting in the cleanup spot, and he was a 5th-round pick back in 2025. Rips one to left. That's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single. Ben Santo with his first major league hit, and this is a moment I'm sure he'll never forget. Congrats.
Yeah, great moment for him and his family. A guy works so hard and has to wait so long for this to happen, and when it does, it can kind of be overwhelming, Boog. You still have to stay locked in on the game, but it's great when you could take a minute to just appreciate what you've done and how hard you've worked to get here.
Now up for Tampa Bay, David Samuels. And that one is inside ball one. And a pitch. And strike one to the catcher. Ed Drummond behind the plate calling balls and strikes. Maybe one of the most respected umpires around the league.
He's not the kind of umpire that you're likely to notice back there. And that can be a huge compliment, really. So if you're just kind of quietly doing your job, staying consistent with your calls, hitters, pitchers, managers, even fans, they're all going to appreciate you. Ed Drummond, he's that kind of umpire.
And that one handled. Feeds to second. Out there. And that's all they'll get.
Good that they weren't overzealous there. Just take the shirt out. Keep the run out of scoring position.
Aledmys Diaz now. Outside. Ball one. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
The shortstop takes the ball.
2 balls, 1 strike.
That clips a corner. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, one of the things that hitters will do is they'll look for that red dot on the baseball as it's coming in to let them know what the pitch is. And if they see the red dot, it's typically a slider. But when a guy's got a really tight one with high spin rates, very difficult to determine. And that's probably why we saw a swing and miss right there. Just a nasty pitch.
Now 1-1. And that one is inside. Line to left, and that's a fair ball. Lead runner gets the stop sign at third. It's a 2-out double, second and third now. Barry McGowan with his first major league hit, and this is a moment I'm sure he'll never forget. Congrats.
Yeah, great moment for him and his family. A guy works so hard and has to wait so long for this to happen, and when it does, it can kind of be overwhelming, Boog. You still have to stay locked in on the game, but it's great when you could take a minute to just appreciate what you've done and how hard you've worked to get here.
So 2 aboard and 2 out, scoreless game. Joaquin Zarco next to hit for the Rays. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Two outs, 2 in scoring position here on opening day.
Yeah.
In for a strike, and now just 1 pitch away from surviving the inning. Good eye right there.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Huge strikeout there.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
Bottom of the second,
Leading
and now
for the
Carlos
Yankees,
Castro.
the catcher, Carlos Castro.
Yeah, the pitch is in for a strike, and it's 0-1.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
Popped in the air, left field, pulls up, and that's in there for a knock. Carlos Castro with his first major league hit, and this is a moment I'm sure he'll never forget. Congrats.
Yeah, great moment for him and his family. A guy works so hard and has to wait so long for this to happen. And when it does, it can kind of be overwhelming, Boog. You still have to stay locked in on the game, but it's great when you could take a minute to just appreciate what you've done and how hard you've worked to get here.
Miles Middleton stepping in now for the Yankees. In the dirt, but kept close. Castro aboard here at first with nobody out.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. Nice job behind the plate there.
Really good, hard bite to that breaking ball for the strikeout right there. I mean, he was able to bury it down below the zone, and that's throwing the pitch with conviction. Good thing for the pitcher, he's not going to miss in the zone, and that's where you get hurt. Excellent execution with 2 strikes. That could be a big weapon for him in this start.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
That one outside. Now 1-2.
I don't think he was trying to miss by that much in an 0-2 count. Just tried to overthrow that pitch.
Man at first, 1 away. Breaking ball inside. And a count now even up. Swing and a ground ball up the middle, and it finds its way through for a hit. Roll into third, boots it. Number 35 with his first major league hit, and this is a moment I'm sure he'll never forget. Congrats.
Yeah, great moment for him and his family. A guy works so hard and has to wait so long for this to happen, and when it does, can kind of be overwhelming, Boog. You still have to stay locked in on the game, but it's great when you could take a minute to just appreciate what you've done and how hard you've worked to get here.
Runners at the corners here, 1 away. Palacios will hit next. Just missed.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Runners at the corners, 1 away as we play game 1 of this 4-game series. That's in there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Right through there for a strike.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
To third. McGowan goes to second for 1. Over to first, safe.
I promise you, there are guys that get a little bit faster when they can smell an RBI. That was a possible inning-ending double play. Great hustle, and he gets rewarded with the RBI because of it.
And now the center fielder, Joe Brandom. Fastball in for a strike. 0-1. And this one squirts away from the catcher. And now a man into scoring position. Caught him looking for the K. They get a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. We head on now to the top of the third. Yankees 1, the Rays nothing. Back here in New York, here's the center fielder, Carlos Armas. First offering, and it just misses. And another ball. And a foul ball makes the count 2-1. Just missed.
3 balls, 1 strike.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
So the batting order turns over. Jim Langston next to hit for the Rays.
And there's one thing on his mind this at bat, getting that first hit at the big league level.
Right down to shoot. That's strike one.
And I know you want to be patient as a hitter, but you got to be ready to jump on the first thing straight. And he got one right there, but left the bat on his shoulder.
Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Missed with a changeup. 1-2 to count.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Armas on at first. Nobody out. Pitch misses. It's 2-2.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. I really think the outer half is open.
Line drive. Caught. Puts the tag on him, and it's a double play.
Up next for Tampa Bay, the right fielder, Graham.
And stepping in for the Rays, Graham Santos.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. And what you tell yourself is, I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
Right through there for a strike.
0-1's the count.
Ground ball up the middle, and a base hit right there. Now he turns and heads for second. The throw in, and he can't come up with it. Graham Santos with his first major league hit, and this is a moment I'm sure he'll never forget. Congrats.
Yeah, great moment for him and his family. A guy works so hard and has to wait so long for this to happen, and when it does, can kind of be overwhelming, Boog. You still have to stay locked in on the game, but it's great when you could take a minute to just appreciate what you've done and how hard you've worked to get here.
So runner at second, 2 down. Farr now at the plate. And that's in for a strike.
0-1. I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
In the dirt. And on the wild pitch, down to third goes the tying run.
Well, that right there can be a tough read as a runner on second to see if the ball's gotten away enough to move to third. You have to be sure you can make it because you're already in scoring position. Well, he was sure there, and now he's only 90 feet away from scoring.
Two outs. Swing and a foul straight back. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Stepping in, Joe Random.
Joe Random.
And the first offering, a fastball for a strike. That one ripped. Way back there. Out of here. His first homer of the year. It's 2-0.
Well, I'm sure there's a big grin on his face right now, Boog. He's probably had some of those that didn't stay fair, but off the bat, it looked like he was going to bend foul. Was able to keep it in there, tucked it nicely, and he gets the jog around the bases. Good for him.
Digging in, Miguel Gil. The lefty, the 1-0. And that gets the top of the zone for a strike.
With the big bats coming up and a home run already surrendered, he's really going to have to execute against these next couple of batters.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Oh, you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run, go back to work, focus on this next batter.
Ripped in the air, left field, and a touchdown for a base hit. Miguel Gil with his first major league hit, and this is a moment I'm sure he'll never forget. Congrats.
Yeah, great moment for him and his family. A guy works so hard and has to wait so long for this to happen, and when it does, it can kind of be overwhelming, Boog. You still have to stay locked in on the game, but it's great when you could take a minute to just appreciate what you've done and how hard you've worked to get here.
Man at first, nobody out. Earl Hayden getting ready to hit. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. There's the strike.
0-1's the count.
Gil gets his lead at first with nobody out. Swing and a liner foul off to the right. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Just overmatched on that fastball right there. It wasn't like he was set up for it by something off speed earlier in the at-bat. Just came right after him with 3 straight, and he had no answer for it.
And now the first baseman, DeAndre Averill. He's 0 for 1. Step off throw to first. Gil dives back in safely.
Heart of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
In the dirt.
Counts 1-0.
Out in front and foul to the left side. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
Popped up. Zarco makes the catch, and there are 2 outs.
Now batting, the catcher, Carlos Castro.
And up next for New York, Carlos Castro. And a base hit right there. And now first and second with 2 outs.
Up next for the
Miles
Yankees,
Middleton stepping in now for the Yankees. Struck out swinging his first time. Check swing, and he went. That's strike 1. First and second, 2 down here in the last half of the third. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Gil around third. He'll score.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
Here's the shortstop at the plate. 1 for 1 with a single so far. swing and a line drive, base hit out into center field. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily. And it's an RBI single, and it's 4-0.
Comes through with the RBI. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Eric Palacios, the next to hit. Out towards right center field, Zarco. And that is the third out of the inning. So they get 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors, but 2 are left stranded. On to inning number 4. The Yankees 4, the Rays nothing. Back now in the Bronx. Start of the 4th, and now Ben Santo.
For you growing up in New York City, I mean, you're a big sports fan. Tell me about your experience with the Yankees growing up.
I really went to Shea Stadium more than I did to Yankee Stadium. I grew up a Phillies fan. There was one game, though, that I went to as a kid. I sat in the upper deck. It was the game that Bo Jackson hit 3 homers in his first 3 plate appearances and then hurt his shoulder diving for Deion Sanders inside the park home run. That's probably the most memorable game that I ever attended as a fan at Old Yankee Stadium. David Samuels next to hit for the Rays. 0 for 1. He hit into a fielder's choice his first time. There's a strike.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
Back to the mound. He's got it. Slings to first. And a couple of quick outs.
The batter, number 13. Shortstop.
2 outs, base is empty. And now the shortstop, Aledmys Diaz. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. The other way. And a base hit right there. And that keeps the inning going. So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Barry McGowan doubled in his first AB. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Lead runner makes the turn at second. Coming home. He will score.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Man, that feels so good to shoot an absolute bolt the opposite way. Split the gap and know that you've got extra bases right off the bat. That's the kind of thing hitters dream about when they're falling asleep at night.
Now up for Tampa Bay, Joaquin Zarco. He was a strikeout victim his first time. That's in for a strike. Runner at second, 2 down here on opening day. Strike 2.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
No ball, 2 strikes. Ball, that's inside.
Fouls it off, still 1-2.
Clearly hoping he could get a swing and miss on that, but doesn't fool the hitter with that breaking ball. Nice job, just couldn't keep it fair.
And he grounds one to the right side. Hayden to first. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. Rays get an RBI double. It's now a 4-1 ball game. Back in the Bronx, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Joe Random. And that's a little bit high. And it's 1-0. Singy 4 homers in 22 games at Old Yankee Stadium. What do you remember?
Well, I remember my rookie year hitting 2 in one game. And, you know, before that game in the clubhouse, there was a gentleman there who owned a suit company there in downtown Manhattan. And he said to me, hey, kid, you hit a home run in the game tonight. Come over to the store tomorrow and I'll give you a free suit.
On the ground right side. Gets it to first. 1 up, 1 down.
So I went into the game. I happened to hit 2 when I walked into the store the next day, and he looked at me and said, you're trying to put me out of business, aren't you? And that was a great experience that I had as a rookie playing against the Yankees, playing in New York.
Random in the box now. No balls and a strike. Yankees up by 3. Next pitch way upstairs. So did Super Joe give you 2 suits?
Super Joe hooked me up with 2 suits.
That's in there. And the count 1-2. Bounced, and that got the pitcher. Throw not in time. It's an unlikely infield single. And now they'll hustle out to check on him. That was quite a shot he took as you see him down on a knee.
Yeah, clearly in some real pain, but he will not want to come out of this game if he doesn't have to. It's looking to me like he's going to try to shake it off and continue.
Back to the top of the lineup, Miguel Gil digs in now. And that's through there for a strike. 0-1. Fouled off left side. Random, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Inside, almost got him.
Well, the good thing so far is that he hasn't issued any free passes. Unfortunately, they're making pretty good contact, so not getting the swings and misses and making that defense work behind him.
Fastball is outside. And that just misses.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. 9th pitch of the at-bat due next. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Didn't miss by much right there. Just couldn't get the call off the inside corner.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen.
Now pitching for
They hand the ball over to a new arm, Ricky
number 15.
Thornton.
Well, at this point in the ball game, we're talking about middle.
Ball 4, take your base.
We go to the top of the 5th, and now the center fielder, Carlos Armas. And that's a little bit high, and that is ball 1.
Well, these Rays, from what we've seen, I think it's fair to wonder if they've been too patient at the plate. They've found themselves behind in the count quite a bit. They're trying to be patient, but it's mostly resulting in outs, not base runners. And you could argue It's making things more difficult at the plate.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Gill pulls it in on the run.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
That's a ball.
One down, base is empty. Right through there for a strike.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
And that's got extra bases written all over it. Around first, heading for 2. Round second, digging for third. And he's got himself a triple. Jim Langston with his first major league hit, and this is a moment I'm sure he'll never forget. Congrats.
Yeah, great moment for him and his family. A guy works so hard and has to wait so long for this to happen, and when it does, it can kind of be overwhelming, Boog. You still have to stay locked in on the game, but it's great when you could take a minute to just appreciate what you've done and how hard you worked to get here.
One down, runner at third. Santos will hit next. And right back to the mound. Slinging it to first in time. So Singy's given up his fair share of hits in his debut, but he's done a good job of limiting the damage. What are you seeing?
I'm sure the game is moving a little quicker than normal today for the rookie, and that's totally fine. I think you bring up a great point, though, Boog. He's shown he can really battle out there, work his way out of some jams, so I think this debut should be a confidence builder for him.
2 outs and a runner at third, and we're at the top of the 5th. And that misses. 1-1. Up the middle, and that chance handled. Now the throw to first on the run. Nicely done for the out. The Rays strand just the one. Back in the Bronx. Miniak back to work. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
No ball, 2 strikes.
In the air, left side. Gill under it. And a quick out, number 1.
Now batting, the catcher, David
And now the
Samuels.
catcher for the Rays, David Samuels. 0 for 2 in this one. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Slider misses outside.
Definitely a frustrating day for the offense, but when they look at it, this guy's had his best stuff. Been painting the corners, working on the edges, and changing speeds. Just a difficult one. You tip your cap.
And another ball. Next offering in there for a strike. 3 balls and a strike. The Rays down by 4 here on opening day. And a big swing and a miss.
3-2.
Out to short. Finds its way through, base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
Ledmus Diaz now just missed.
Now these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap, but you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
Roll to short, could be 2. Tosses to first. Out on a bang-bang play, but he made it close.
Well, he certainly didn't look comfortable or fluid on that play. And later in this ball game, this could come back to bite him if a ball is hit to him and he's playing that same position.
Here's the third baseman, Barry McGowan. And a fastball in there for a strike at 91. And that one fouled off. Runner at second, 2 down. And we're in the top half of the 6th. That's down and in. A slider missed.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading the count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Breaking ball in there, got him looking. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. So 1 hit is all they get. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Yankees 5, the Rays 1. Well, we go bottom 6. Now the left fielder, Miguel Gil. And first offering is fouled off.
You know, these Yankees doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. The numbers say their chase rate, or swings at pitches outside the zone, is under 25%, and I think that's a big reason why they're scoring runs.
That's the third. Fires across the diamond, and that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th.
Earl Hayden.
So digging in. Welcome back. Here's a look at this team's early season projection. First pitch, not close. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Dives. What a play.
Oh, this is an all-in effort right here. Going back on it. Knows that the outfielder's not going to get there. Lays out and makes a tremendous catch. What a great job of picking up his pitcher.
Aaron Boone makes his way out of the dugout, and he will make a move to the bullpen. Eric Miniak is done, and he exits with a nice lead. Threw the ball well, and we'll have a new pitcher when we come back.
Now pitching for
out of the
New
bullpen
York
for the
Yankees,
Yankees, Joel Guerrero.
Number 39.
On for his major league debut, so we'll see if he's ready for the big stage.
He just has to remember this is the same game that he's played all the way through the minor leagues to this point. The only difference, there are just more people in the stands and it's a bigger stadium, but the game itself is still the same. Look at the catcher, whatever fingers he puts down, that's what you throw, and just let him lead you in this one.
They say you win.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Not close with that one. And the count 1-2. That one
Ball
missed.
back
Off the mark there. And it's 3-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. In the air, left field, down the line. Gill right there to make the grab. Out number 2. 2 down, base is empty. Jim Langston next to hit for the Rays. On the outside corner, it's 0-1. Ground ball left side. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Gets off a throw. The throw is late, and he's on at first. Now the number 2 hitter, Graham Santos. And that drops in for a strike. Fastball for a strike.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
Langston off of first with 2 away. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. 1 left for Tampa. They're down 5-1. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
Yankees, the designated hitter, Miles Middleton. Now pitching.
Welcome back. Back in a new arm of the
3.
And now the DH, Ben Santo. 1 for 3. Popped up first base side. Averill has a beat on it. He's got it, and there's 2 away. David San. Now the third baseman, Barry McGowan. First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. That completes the strikeout, inning over. A run on 2. Back in New York. Here's the center fielder.
3.
Man at first with 1 gone. And next for New York, Miguel Gil. Foul ball there. And the 0-1. Swings through that one for strike 2. Random, the base runner at first with 1 out. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with 1 gone.
Now batting, the second baseman.
Now it's the second baseman. Earl Hayden. And that's in there for strike 1. DeAndre.
That's ball 4.
All set to start the 9th in this one. Now it's going to be Joaquin Zarco. Swings through that one out in front that time.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
That one is upstairs. Next pitch, a slider that misses outside.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
Next offering is down low.
I know a slider's a great pitch, but when you've got really good velocity, sometimes you just got to challenge the hitter with that four-seamer.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That's back. Forget it. His first homer of the year. It's 5-3.
Just relentless. This team will not quit. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
And stepping in for the Rays, Carlos Armas. And a foul ball.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way. So credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
He's 2 outs away. Langston getting ready to hit. Pitch misses inside. 1-0. One out, bases empty, and a run in here at the top of the 9th. Next offering is downstairs.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
And it is 2-1.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days. You would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen. So hard to play catch-up.
Fastball for a strike. Swings through it for the K. Now only 1 out remaining.
Well, Boog, I'll tell you, when he goes to look at the video of that pitch, he's going to want to punch himself. That slider had hit me written all over it, and clearly he just got a little too excited and was out in front. Tell you what, when you get a pitch like that, you cannot miss it. Those have a chance to go a long way.
Santos in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
Well, you got to find a way to catch up to that pitch. Perhaps shorten the swing, eliminate the stride. That one came in hot, but right down the middle.
Got it. And that'll do it. Miniak with his first major league win.
Yeah, nicely done. I'm sure he'll feel very good about that and get the ball for his trophy case, as he should. A start he won't ever forget.
A 5-3 final score in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.